good to go. It's been a little while. And it's been a little hectic too. But we are doing our first live stream, and I think at least a week, if not a couple weeks at this point. I'm really not sure. It's been a hectic past couple weeks trying to get Throw With The Pros out and work on Android testing to try to get that up and running. Yeah. As of right now, so we're filming this on October 4th. It's been a lot, but I think Throw With The Pros is in a good spot right now. It is out on iOS, so you can download it from the App Store, post it on social media. There's some codes there for a little bit of free access to the Pro subscription. Emails have gone out to the newsletter subscribers and beta testers with different codes for even longer free access. But it is, Throw With The Pros is out for Apple. So you can download it on your iPhone today. It went out on Tuesday, which was the 1st. Yeah, so it's been out for a few days now. Android is ready to go. I've been coding the app in Flutter. All of these live streams have obviously been of me coding the app, and the code for iOS and Android is in a lot of ways the exact same. Throw With The Pros is ready to go for Android, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The only reason it's not launched on Android yet is because Google has some pretty absurd testing requirements, which the more I have dug into it over the past few weeks, every time I read the documentation, I realize even more how stupid it is. Been through it before, but they require you to have 20 testers on a specific testing track on the Google Play platform. And once you hit 20 testers, then you have to keep them all opted into test for 14 days. Initially, my reaction was that's ridiculous. Because how can you confirm that they're actually legit testers? How do they know what they're testing for? Google does their own review. Why do we have to do this? We don't have to do this on Apple. It seemed fairly redundant to me. Also kind of hurts solo developers just because, even if I make an app that I don't necessarily want to market, like I'm just making an app for myself, I can't release it because I would have to want to market and commercialize it and get 20 beta testers before it could ever be even submitted to Google for review, which is stupid in and of itself. So initially I was like, this is silly because you have to have 20 testers. And then reading it even more this week, I realized it's even more stupid because you don't actually the testers don't even actually have to download the app, which is absurd. So I could, to meet Google's 20 testers for 14 days requirement, I could personally, as an iPhone user, create 20 Gmail accounts, opt in to test, not download the app on any of those, through any of those accounts, and could just sit there for 14 days and then submit to Google for review. Like, their requirement doesn't even require people to test it. It's so easily circumnavigated that it's like mind-blowing that a company as big and old as smart as Google implemented a restriction like that. That's like I could have 20 iPhone users just create a Gmail account solely for the purpose of clicking a link that I send them, hitting OK, and then I just wait 14 days. Nobody has to test it. Google created a check the box requirement that makes no sense. Anyways, all right, I'm off my soapbox. So I'm getting close to hitting 20 testers. Once we hit that, we'll have 14 days, and then Android launch will be ready to go. What we're going to work on today is to start coding in some new stuff that's going to come out in the first update. And that'll be for both iOS and Android. So when Android gets launched, it may already have stuff from the first update in it. Which is a bit annoying that it's not just on par with Apple users. But that's Google's fault. It just means that if you're an iPhone user, you get access to my app, and I'm sure a lot of other apps well before Android users will, just because of their requirements. So I'm sure Google's going to realize that at some point, because I know there are a lot of developers that are leaving Android and coding solely for Apple because of them. So silly. Anyways, it was not my plan to get on here and rant for the first few minutes, but what we're going to be coding in today. First thing, so in Tour Life, in a Tour Life season, you have the option to manually select all your courses. This is what the Tour Life setup video looks like. I filmed a bunch of how-to videos. I'm going to have a whole separate playlist on the YouTube channel. There's 18 of them right now. They're just going to be short little videos going through how to do certain sections of the app. Just a nice little walkthrough in case anybody is confused or has questions. Anyways, there will be one on setting up a Tour Life season. But this is what the screen looks like. You have the option to either manually select the courses for each tournament, or you can select automatic, and it randomly selects the courses that you have currently on your course list, which currently in this simulator, I just have a course called Easy that I created, which means that if I go through and set up a Tour Life season, and I'm manually selecting courses, the only course that's going to be available is Easy. If I do automatic, it's randomly selecting from a list of 1 courses, so it's also going to be easy for every course, which is intended. You know, if you want it to randomly select between more courses, then you just have to add more to your list. But what doesn't exist in the app right now, and what I intend to have exist in the app, so let's say we go, let's add global list courses, just so they're in. I have more courses on the list. Let's add Maple Hill. Let's add New London. Let's add the Fort. Let's add Croco. So now our list is a bit more extravagant, which means that, you know, we could come in here and we're going to be able to select from all of them for our tour season. Automatic is going to randomly select from that list. So what I want to have happen is you create your season. This goes, that's fine. Let's say that, you know, Croco, let's say the Fort. The Fort was one of the courses that we added to our list. And then I've got a tournament coming up that the Fort's supposed to be a part of. So let's go. That's all Maple Hill. That's Croco. Do I have a Fort? It didn't randomly select the Fort very often, it doesn't look like. Here we go. All right, so let's say I've got the World Championships coming up. That's where I'm at in the season currently. Round 1's supposed to be at the Fort, but it's the winter time, and let's say the city decided that they were going to do a little construction or something and pulled out baskets at the Fort for a few weeks. So we don't have the Fort. And right now in Tour Life, you don't have the ability to change courses. So you're just kind of SOL, which is not the intent. I intended to fix that. I just hadn't put it in the app yet. So what we're going to do today is in the Tour Life settings, this button needs to do something. Right now it doesn't go anywhere. It's not supposed to. It's not linked to anything. But I want this to link to a new view that lets you go through the course list and edit the courses for every tournament. Just so if there's a course you decide you don't want to play or a course gets taken out, I want there to be flexibility. Courses shouldn't affect your enjoyment of the Tour Life season. So we're going to be coding that in today. And let me think about the right way to do that. Season courses list. We just need to update the variable. That should be pretty easy. And then we just need to kick it back to the main menu. We can actually just kick it back to this one. That'll work. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want it to be a popover on this screen or a new view altogether. This is where I need a bunch of people in the chat to tell me what to do. But I'm used to having 0, so that's okay. Sad. Anyways, I'm leaning towards a popover. I don't think I want an entirely new view. That's my current thought, at least. I think I do. I think we're going to go popover. So we're going to copy this because I already have... Is it this one? Is that what I need? Definitely not what I need. I need blue parentheses right here. So we're going to copy this. Go here. I don't have... We have a content. I need a title. Stop it with the popovers. Yes. title, let's go const text, edit courses. Text align should already be center. Throw it in just in case. If there's anything you guys want to see in the first update, feel free to drop it in the comments. Even if the video is long since passed, love to hear you guys' thoughts on what you want to see. Don't need that. Text style, not background. Color, color stop black. What did I just click? I don't know. So we'll save this. Actions. Maybe we just do a single elevated button and just make it say confirm. I think we just want to do everything in here. Change season courses context. Change season courses set state. That way we can dismiss it. Season courses context. Beautiful. These are all far too indented. Whoa. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Edit courses, and then our content of this popover needs to display essentially what we have in the season setup view of all of the courses. So I'm actually just going to go and try and copy that and then make adjustments as needed. Course selection. Don't need the toggle. And then this right here is what we need. Expanded. A lot of this actually is probably going to go fairly quick. That's what I'm hoping, at least. That may not be true. Do I want it inside of the column? So it is already pretty much good to go. Let's run through this. So this isn't going to change. We're going to show all of the event names. All of the event tiers is fine. I may end up deleting that. We may not need to show the tiers. For each round, season number of rounds, which should not have changed. I don't think. Am I solidifying the season number of rounds here? I don't know. Maybe we just, yeah. I think I'm going to copy this in and then copy in the function. Return number of rounds. And then I need this function at the end, which is this one. These files should not overlap. This is not the best coding practice, but that's okay. It's okay for right now. Return number of Return number of rounds. Tour life. Tour length. Alright, and what don't we like about this? List integer. Yep, that makes sense. Season setup here. And I need event. Needs to go. Does that work? I think it does. Because this is going to return a list of an integer. And then that's what we need. I think that works. So that'll return the number of rounds. That's good. We are saving this when we create the season. So we're fine pulling that in. Round 1 looks good. And we need this drop down box. I hate how this is multiple lines. So we're going to get rid of that. All right, and courses for display is the only thing which is only used twice here. So I think maybe I just need these two. Yeah. Did I not just... Oh, I put it on the wrong one. Whoops. That's my tutorial. I need it on this one. There we go. That should have gotten rid of that issue. Courses for display. I think that's it, right? Let's make this one line so this reads a little bit clearer. We're updating the season courses list, setting the state. I don't know if I want to do that yet. So I think my only thought here is that I'm in the season courses setup. I am changing the actual variable, which is fine. That's the intended function. I think here I want to make it all a temp variable until the user hits confirm. And then it actually updates the variable. I think that's what I want to do. So let's come in here and let's say var temp season course list is equal to tour life tournament variables dot season courses list. I like that. And then here this needs to be temp season course list. This needs to say temp season course list. Season course list. Courses for display is good. That is good. And then down here, we want tour life tournament variables dot season courses list equal temp season courses list. Do I need to... Am I going to create issues with that? Do I need to do like a copy so it doesn't ruin it? Kind of thinking I might. Which is annoying. But I do think that's what I need to do here. Where did I save that deep copy? Was that in the stats? Finish stats? No. Completion here. No. What did I do? What did I do with it? Is it in this one? Copy functions. That's what I saved in it. So we need to add that in app management. I think I'm going to run into issues if I don't do the deep copy of it and just set it equal to it. And I'm going to end up changing the variable unintentionally prior to hitting that submit button. That needs to go up here. So this is going to be equal to a deep copy 2D string to a live tournament variable season course list. Yeah, I like that. I think that makes sure that when I'm changing it here, I'm not changing the actual season course list yet. Until the user hits confirm here. So let's come down here. Let's go void save new season courses list. List string season new courses. I don't need that open anymore. Let's go to scoring just to copy what I have for, not here, let's go to the variables, to copy what I have for saving, because I'm already going to update it up above, but we need to save it to the defaults as well. Async. Yeah. And then this one we're going to go let's just copy. No need to make it hard here. And then I need the JSON functions as well. Or no, I need convert. This one. That's why I'm getting that error with JSON down below. Copy that in, it goes away. So this should be good to go now. New courses, and then we just need to, up here, when we hit confirm, drop that in. Save new season courses list, temp season course list. And that might be it. We might be done. That'd be pretty cool if it was that easy. I don't get to do things once very often and have them work out. We'll find out. No, we did not. Okay. What's the issue? It's got to do something with that expanded list thing. Oh, it is. That's terrible. I made this far harder than I needed to. This, not even that, just the for loop. The alert dialog already has the ability to scroll, and adding in the expanded just ruins it, and I know that, and I just wasn't thinking about it until I saw that error. I know, the formatting's gonna bug me. And I don't want to do the auto format because then it will throw everything, all my one-line functions, to 3 lines again. And then I get annoyed. Oops. We're almost there. Almost there. Perfect. Okay, that should work now. Might need to do another refresh. Oh, no, scrollable's already set to true. Okay. looks good so far. Confirm needs to be centered. Do you know that? Is it alignment option on here? Icon alignment. Maybe we just wrap it in a center. It's probably the intended path there. Yeah. So if I don't hit anything, this just doesn't change. So let's go try to change round 1 to New London Tech. Oh. Set. What did I call it? Change season. Change season courses set state. And this needs to go in here. And I need to set the state because that's the set, that is the state of that popover. So without this line, the course itself doesn't actually update. Yeah, there we go. Let's try this again. So now it updates there. That's all getting called again. We don't need all these print statements, so let's get rid of that. And really, I only want this function running once. So for a little performance thing, what I'm going to do here is var season num. No, let's go. Yeah, I think it. We can try final. Season num rounds list is equal to return season. What did I call that function? Return number of rounds, tour life, tournament variables, tour length. Right? And then for this for loop, we just throw it in here. So that way we're calculating it once. Season. Let's just do a refresh. I can tell that function was running way too much just because of the output I was getting at the bottom here because I had print statements in it. This should make it a little bit more smooth now. Yeah, just pops up, nothing down here. Obviously that didn't change because we never hit confirm. I do need to change that title a little bit. That's a little small. Let's go up to the title. Let's go font size 40. See how big that is. Probably want Asimov here too. For consistency. Yeah. It's a little big. Let's make it the same size as everything else. Looks good. This is going to show your season course list. Let's go and try this out. New London Tech. Let's hit confirm. First, let's make sure it's in there. It is still in there. And now if I come back, let's go to the schedule. New London Tech. It seems like it's working. Let's go to start event. Yeah, nice. It's that easy. It's that easy. Let's change it back to easy. Make sure that works. What's not in here, a little bit of idiot proofing, to use the technical term. Easy. You cannot, select should not be an option. I don't want it to be an option. So let's, that should be as easy as this. Let's do a refresh one more time, and then I think we should be good to go. That That would be nice. It's going to be the fastest I've ever put anything in on a live stream. That was silly. So easy still on there. Let's go confirm here and then go all the way back and make sure that we're still adjusting there. And select is not an option. Beautiful. Let's go change a couple later tournaments. So first round of the Victor's Invitational is going to be easy. Tour finale is going to be easy. Let's confirm that, and then let's go double check the schedule. Victor's Invitational, first round is easy, and then tour finale. First round is easy. Sick. Done. So now, in the first update, you'll have the ability to change courses in Tour Life. Let's add that in here. Yeah, that's good enough. Conveys the right idea. Second thing I'm going to do in this video, which may be the last thing, we'll see. So in the course menu, we have the global list. That's what it looks like right now. That's what it looks like for everyone, both on iOS and Android. We're going to add a few courses to it, just to kind of start it off here. So I am from Salt Lake City. That's where I live currently. We're going to add some Salt Lake City courses. And I'm going to start, had a request from a friend who I play with a little bit. I'm going to add Roots and Creekside, which are the two most popular courses actually in Salt Lake City. And then I'm going to add Art Die, which is here. Yes. As an option as well, 21 holes. I did not think it was 21 holes. We'll start with Roots and Creekside. So we're going to add them to the list to make sure that they're populating. This way you guys can kind of see how courses are going to get added in the future. If any of you want a bunch of courses added and would be so kind as to do some of this information for me, that would be sick. Let's go to the course information. So we'll start off, we're going to go to our global list file, which currently has the courses in there right now. We're going to copy an existing course so I have the right structure. And now we're going to start adding Roots Disc Golf Course, course location, Utah. Course pars are basically all going to be hole 3 with the exception of hole... They're all going to start off as 3s, certainly. And then hole 11 at Roots, I would argue has a par 4 location, with for those that are familiar, the one that's tucked way back left on the other side of the fence. That just, it's a really easy par 4, but the rest of that course is so easy that that shouldn't be a par 3. That should be a par 4. It should be just as easy as the rest of the holes. Because it's like, I mean, what, it's like 490 or 500 feet and has a 90-degree turn 400 feet down the fairway with literally no way to cut the corner. Like, I don't care if the Pro Tour is there. You're going to have so few people that actually get into Circle 1 on that. It's just such a tight gap. What I kind of was hoping that they would show here, because I just want this, but I want all of the pin information. Does that exist? I don't think that's what I want. Public layouts. It's probably what I was just on. Is there any way to see? right, we're going to do this a bit easier right now. Roots. A lot of holes have multiple pin positions. I would argue that a lot of those pin positions don't really play all too differently from each other. So, except for hole 11. Hole 11 to me is the exception. So hole 11 I might do 2 pin positions for. Shrink that up a little bit. Let's throw this over here. All the way over. Yeah. So we're going to leave these as 1 pin position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's going to have a par 4 position. The rest of them will be par 3. Distances we'll set as what they're in for currently. 314. Well, I really should do this all out, shouldn't I? Wouldn't that be better? I'm debating on how I want to do this. I'm not 100% sure, which is why I haven't added more courses into the app to begin with. There's my name. Why doesn't this show more info? I know they have it. I can see them here. Where are the distances? Is it set up like this so that we're not allowed to see them? Is that the idea here? Go back through these one more time and make sure I'm not missing it, but I don't think so. Maybe the course map will have it. It's just like it'd be one thing if this actually showed the information here, but it doesn't. This is silly. I really just want this to... Got the holes here, just let me click on it and tell me the distance. People have already put red tees in, which is quite interesting. Quite interesting. All right, what do I want to do? That information doesn't seem to be available on UDisc. So I think that I am just going to have to do a single pin position for Shoop. Oh, I actually had a chat. I can respond. I think I'm just gonna have to do a single pin position for each hole at the moment, and then I can always come in here and update the global course with more information. But I don't have a better way to do it right now, unfortunately. So we'll come in here, we'll make all the distances equal to what they are currently, and we're just gonna have to call that good for the time being. Let's come down here. All right, 247, 235. I think the course is, for the most part, kind of in its main positions. At least what I would call like the typical roots pins. So that's good. 269, 256, 438, 226. 496, I guess 11, 496. It is in its deep position right now. Yeah. 332. 288. 261. 194. 321. 264. And 435. I just really want to add all the pin positions in. I just don't have the accurate distances. And I don't just want to guess. I don't know if it looks any different on mobile. I can try that. See if maybe I can see the distances a little bit easier, but I kind of doubt it. Doubt that that's going to be the case. Phone's being a little slow here. There we go. Giving me the option to update things on my phone, which is interesting. It's not what I was hoping for. I don't have the information. If anybody knows of a better way to quickly get this kind of stuff, I would love to hear it. But I don't think we're getting it as of right now. Course hole averages. What is the best way to go about that? So I don't, typically I've been using a spreadsheet that's on a different computer to put these together. I don't actually currently have it with me. So what I might do is just put a hold on these. We'll get the courses in and make sure they're showing up, and then I'll come back in and update these at a later date. I think that's what I'm going to do for the sake of time. Let's get Creekside in here and Art Day. Creekside Disc Golf Course in Utah and Art Day. Course difficulty factors will also change once I actually calculate out these whole averages. I think right now, just because I don't have the information, I've got to do this. Oh, which is annoying. I hate that. Hate it. Same thing with Creekside and Art Day. I'm pretty sure they have multiple. I know Creekside does. Fairly certain that Art Day has multiple pin positions for a lot of holes too, and I'm just not going to be able to put them in right now, but we can at least do these. 385, 269, 272. Had a 269 at roots too. 272, 249, 245, 202, 296, 280, 235, 76, 368, 309, 368, two 368s. It's funny. Guess so. 368, 270, 258, 329, 326, 353. And just as a heads up for anybody who is playing these courses in Utah or playing any of the other courses that are on the global list, if you're not sure that the layout is matching what's currently in, or you have a tournament layout you want to practice at these courses, or you are making up your own Safari layout at these courses, you can just quickly go use the Add a Course tool that's in the app and set those up. You don't need to put the distances in. It'll do the course averages and difficulty factor for you. The only thing that you need to do is put in the course pars and what you think with 1,000 rated round one shoot. Put those two things in, the course is ready to go. Just to make that clear, that's also in a how-to video, but hopefully that makes sense. Creekside is an all par 3 course. And then same thing, I'll have to come back and update those later. And then let's go to Art Day. Smart layouts. I was going to say, I don't know where the 21 holes came from. I was pretty sure it was just 18. But we'll throw those distances in. All par 3 course as well. We're really lacking par 4s in Salt Lake City. We've got Stansbury out west, and then the Fort up north that has, they both have some par 4s and 5s, which is why they're my 2 favorite courses in Utah. I like playing Roots and Creekside. Creekside especially, it's just always so busy. But I do get tired of throwing putters on every hole. Occasionally the mid or the Firebird. It's a fairly rare occurrence during rounds in Salt Lake City that I ever break out a straight fairway or distance driver. Happens occasionally, but even some of these holes in like the 350, 360, 370 range at Creekside, they do not require a fairway driver. Where am I at? 301, 380, 200, 259, 204, 235, 364, 306, 201, 293, and 395. Okay, so those are in. These will obviously change. And now what we need to do is make sure that I'm actually going to read these. So if we come into main, every single time, I think I am only loading that file in if let's do a refresh here. Let's see what happens first. I don't think they're going to be in. Yeah. So, because it's only running here, so what I need to do is every single time else, I need to remove the global courses list and upload the new one. This is a good question for ChatGPT. Chat. So essentially, I'm going to try to remember how do I remove that original file there. I use the below function to copy an asset from my Flutter app documents to the local folder, I guess. How could I remove this file if it, so I can replace it with a more updated version? See what it gives me. This. Am I using file like it says in here? I am. So we need that. Actually, let's just make it in here. It should be in here anyways. string asset path. Delete file if it exists. Asset path. There we go. And then let's go here. Do I need try? It doesn't include try in here, does it? No. File path. Ta-da. Or no, I need this. Is that gonna work? Document path. How am I doing it up here? Documents path. Make sure I'm actually checking the right location here. That's all I'm trying to do. Get application documents directory. Documents path is equal to directory.path, so that's the same. File path. Is to check this, right? Because that's the path that I should be saving at. File destination path. I think that should be it. Source file is going to be what I'm passing as my asset path here. I think that should work. If file exists, print file exists, deleting. And this way I can check JSON functions, and then we're going to come down here. If the file doesn't exist, we're going to if file, what did I call it? Delete file if it exists. Delete file if it exists. And I think I should just want this same thing here. Wait. Okay, let's try to refresh and see if I get a little pop-up down here that says delete running. File exists deleting, course copied successfully. So, nice. They're in here. Okay. So basically what I'm just doing is there a better way to check? Because right now it's going to delete it every single time. I only need to delete it if it's an update. I don't think I have a great way to do that on my end. So I think right now I'm just going to do it every time on app launch, which should be fairly quick. It's a pretty small file, especially right now. I can always figure out how to expedite that in the future. I do have the simulator in meters, so let's go take that off and make sure the distances are all coming through properly. Looks good. Course difficulty says expert. They're not expert level difficulties. It's just because I haven't changed the averages and course difficulty factor. These right here, just because I copied those from Crocol, which is a much harder course, obviously. Yeah. So we have those courses in. And I might call it there for the day. Pretty decent progress. So in the next update, these 3 courses will be in the global list. I might add more. Probably will add more. I know I've had a couple people send me courses already. I will probably include those in the first update. And I will probably have figured out this pins issue because these courses do have multiple pins that I would like to reflect. So they should be in. They should be ready to go. Also, if anyone's actually made a tutorial life yet, you'll be able to change your season courses through the settings. That'll be in the next update. I'll be adding more. I still intend to kind of keep this streaming up. I know I mentioned that iOS is available for download right now. Android testing is at least a couple weeks out, just because I have to hit the 20 tester mark and then sustain that for 14 days. I'm close to 20 testers, but that 14-day countdown has not started as of 4 o'clock today. A little earlier, whenever I started the stream, I looked. So Android will still come out for a couple weeks. I'm intending to still stream as I code new features into the app. I still have a list of things that I'm working on implementing. A lot of those are my own ideas. A few of those came from feedback from the beta testers. So thank you guys for that. Yeah, just because the app is out doesn't mean I'm done. I intend to continuously update it. It'll probably be at a slightly slower pace than it was right before launch, just because I was working 14-hour days probably on the app just trying to get it ready. So it's not going to be at that pace, but Throw With The Pros, I intend to continuously improve it until I run out of ideas, which is going to be a while. So I'm still going to try to stream them on here as much as I can. If you have feedback, suggestions, want to pop in and say hi. Had my first live viewer, I think, in this stream. It's only like my 40th stream, so that's exciting. Yeah, pop in, say hello. You can message me on Instagram, leave comments on YouTube. Both are at Throw With The Pros. If you want to chat about the app or anything else. But yeah, we'll call it there. Decent progress for the first update. Thanks to the one viewer for hopping on live, and for anybody else who finds us after the fact. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.